live at the Kia stores of Anniston, Oxford, once again for the Coach Etheredge show. Coach, beautiful day out here. You know, the Lord's blessed us with these Coach Etheredge shows.
Yeah.
The Lord's shining on Oxford football, Coach Etheredge. Except for when Coach Wagner come on, we had a little bit of rain, a little
drizzle in.
I'm gonna blame that on Will. So, but
don't blame it on me.
in honor of Will Wagner, I got my Will Wagner long sleeve
There you go.
shirt on today. I feel like $1 million. Coach, last week you got another big win, another region win against Springville. You guys jumped out early. I mean, it was all systems go from the first quarter on. Ended up being, I think, 63-6, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes.
And really dominant performance. And like I told you last night, we had Tommy Wood on as a central play announcer.
Right.
He called it the Oxford Machine, and he said he really enjoyed watching it. But
it's great having him in the booth.
Oh, man,
he does a
he's
great
one of the
job.
best I've ever heard.
He does a great job.
But take us back to last Friday night and that atmosphere and the game and everything. Talk about it.
Well, you know, we talked to our kids about, you know, we gotta win this one to win the region championship. You know, so you know they came out and they really did a good job of putting their foot on the gas and getting after it. And, you know, Springville's got a good team. You know, they were. I think that we just sort of, you know, we just was really physical. Right? You know, did a good job on offense, scoring when we had possessions. I think the score was 49-0 at halftime, and we got to play those younger guys in the second half. You know, and I thought our younger guys did a good job moving the ball up down the field. We gave up one long ball for a touchdown, but our younger guys played well too. So you know, they're getting better and better too. So that helps out a lot.
They're actually getting a lot of actual varsity game reps. Talk about the importance of that, because it seems like, you know, you've been fortunate enough, you know, minus a game or two, that they're actually getting, you know, multiple quarters worth of snaps.
Yeah, it's just, you know, you got to find that comfort level, because you don't want your starters not getting enough, but you want your younger guys getting some. So they've gotten a lot of reps this year, you know, and it's going to help us down the road. I know. And also, you know, some of those young guys are playing B-team games and things like that. So it's just been crazy with this COVID stuff. We've had a couple of B-team games canceled, so I am glad they're getting those reps in those varsity games. So it helps them tremendously. And I've been real proud of our older guys cheering them on and basically turning into coaches when those younger guys get on the field.
That's what you want, though.
Absolutely.
I've always heard the statement, you know what kind of team and program you guys, if the head coach ain't there, then you wouldn't even know he wasn't there.
That's right.
Which, I mean, seems to be a testament there for you guys.
Absolutely.
Also, I got to bring this up like we did on the previous show. Jay Green, my friend, came down with me to the locker room and talked about, and I know you mentioned it on the preview show, but I know the people watching this haven't got to hear it, the atmosphere, man, how loose and laid back. And can you talk about that like you did a little bit on the previous show? Because I've already heard a lot of people call me today and it's like, they really like that? And I'm like, yeah, they are. I'll let Coach talk about it.
It's, you know, it's one of them things. I've always been like that. You know, when I was younger, I was a little more intense, a little more worried.
Coach Cochran-esque.
Yeah, But Coach Cochran also, you know, they're laid back too. You know, when it comes to game time and things like that. And I've been blessed. I've gotten to coach in some big ball games. So, you know, I just try to teach the kids, you know, take it like it's another game. Don't make anything too big. Because when you make it too big for kids, you know, sometimes they panic and they rush and things like that. And I want our kids to be comfortable, not only out on the field, but on the sideline, in the locker room, you know, and that way, you know, if something happens and you ask them a question, it can be a calm conversation. They can give you the answer, because if they're worried, they may think they're going to say something wrong. Yeah. I want the truth. I want, you know,
makes sense.
And I want our kids to be comfortable around the other coaches, and I want them to be comfortable in the locker room. You know, this is their time. You know, in high school, it's not my time. I've had my time. You know, the coaches have had their time. So we want those kids to enjoy their time in high school and love it and remember it. You know, with great memories.
Makes a lot of sense. I never looked at it that way. But you know, I mean, it's actually a scientific fact that, you know, people read off other people's energy, and to see that in that locker room, it's one thing to talk about it, but to see it. And the other thing, Jay was like, man, I ain't never seen it. He kept talking about it, and then he remembers he was in pregame warm-ups drinking a Coke, relaxing, walking around. He's like, man, he's drinking a Coke. This is awesome, dude.
Well, my thing is this, you know, there's a time to get intense and a time to get them ready to play, and you want them to be loose, and right before the ball game, we're going to get intense. We're going to get them ready to play. We're going to get them fired up. But we don't want them worried about anything. We want them going out there and playing football and having a good time and enjoying it.
That makes sense. And it was a great night of football. Now I know this week you've had to really dial it in because to date this is the biggest game on your schedule so far.
Right.
This means so much.
Absolutely.
Talk about that Fort Payne team, and region championship on the line, and some of the problems they present, minus a 250-pound running back.
Yeah, he's a big old boy. That kid is a bull in a china shop, and they're big up front. Yeah, and they're big up front. They got a good quarterback. He's solid.
If they cross the 40, they score points.
God, that kid can kick. He's the best I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of great kickers, but
he's good.
That kid, if they get to the 50-yard line, he's got a chance to hit it.
Yeah, he has.
Promise you. I mean, that's what they get to the 50-yard line. That's a 67-yard field goal. He can hit it.
He's hit a 63. Yeah, 63.
60 or 62, 61, something like that. But I
hit
know for a
multiple
fact
60s.
he hit a 57-yarder in a game film I watched, and it had,
Plenty of
5 or 10 yards to go, so he can really boot it. And you start on the 20 every time because he's going to kick it out of the back of the end zone.
Oh, yeah.
Does a great job of onside kicking and doing things like that. He can put that ball and make it go wherever he wants it to go. And that's why we really got to be focused on taking care of the ball, not turning it over and giving them a short field, and watching on kickoffs. I was telling our guys on kickoff return, we got to get up there. We got to get on that 49-yard line. And we got to make sure it's kicked. I said the bottom line is if he kicks it deep, really you're running back to block, but you're not going to block anybody because it's going out of the back of his zone. So, he's a special kid, and he is a big weapon for them. It's always good to have
change, especially in a tight game. Something like that could be the game changer.
Absolutely. And we got some. I got Gutierrez. He's just a sophomore. He's getting better and better as the year goes on. And he's one of those kids who can be good from 40 minutes. So.
Man, that's insane. When you play in a kicker like that, and special teams is the utmost importance, man. That it's good to be aware of everything. So see, I know you mentioned he does kick onside really well.
Oh,
and I've seen them line up in regular formations and kick onside.
Yeah, and they'll line up. They'll have the ball at the 20-yard line, going out, and they'll line up to kick field goal. Because in high school, it's no different than a punt. Really.
That's true.
So if he kicks it out of bounds, if he goes out of bounds, it's downward he goes out of bounds. You get it when it goes out of bounds. He kicks it in the end zone, just out to the 20. So I mean, it's a weapon. It's a definite weapon.
It is.
So, and we're gonna put we'll put somebody back if he kicks it too. He don't I mean we're gonna put Traquan Fagans back in. Traquan or Rodriguez Elston.
Yes, sir.
You underkick it. We may
might
take
be
it
paying
back.
a piper.
That's right. I mean, and that's the great thing about having those kind of athletes. You can sort of coincide all those weapons that they got. They're big up front on offense and defense. They get to the football on defense. They got some good receivers, good tight end. A real good receiver, 82, and he'll flip over and play some defense also. They're just coached well. Coach Elmore does such a good job with those guys, and they're physical and they play hard.
Yeah, they got a nice stadium up there too.
Oh yes, beautiful.
Went up there and watched the Southside play against them. It was an interesting game.
Oh yeah, that was a good.
It was a good game. Coach, another thing, average Joe's, we've been keeping an eye on Trey's numbers, man. He's going to be. I think he's definitely in the talk for Mr. Football if you guys continue to win. Absolutely. And he continues doing what he does. Talk about him being a senior. This is a senior year. What that guy's meant for you since you've been here at Oxford.
Oh, he's just a winner, and I say that all the time. He's a champion on and off the field. He's a guy that gets it done. He's a great leader, and for his numbers to be what they are right now, and for him to have not played the second half in 4 or 5 ball games, I mean, it's phenomenal. His numbers are huge, and he hadn't even played the second half in 4 or 5 ball games. I could not even imagine. I mean, he could be sitting here right now with 3,500 yards passing, and 1,200 yards rushing,
70 combined touchdowns.
Yeah, and 70 touchdowns. Right now, he's got 39 touchdowns, and he hasn't played the second half in 4 or 5 ball games.
I think he's only got 2 picks. Is that correct?
Yeah. He's thrown 29, I think 28 touchdowns, He's thrown 28 touchdowns, ran 11, thrown 28 touchdowns and only thrown 2 interceptions. And one of them was on a 4th down ball where we were just trying to get it up, at the end of a half, to see if we could put some points on the board. Yeah. So really 1 interception.
I think he's got a legit, shot at Mr. Football. Good
He
Lord
does.
willing.
If there's a kid that does more for their team, I gotta see.
Yeah. We've seen him all over the place, and I'm gonna tell you, he is a very, very special kid, and I think I'd probably say he's probably a front runner. You guys keep winning, he keeps doing
And he's humble and such a good kid.
and a good Christian guy too.
Absolutely. Hits his knee before every practice.
And he does, talking
He lives
to him, he does. That was my thing.
lives
I told him, off the camera up there that I was like, hey man, one thing about Average Joe is we love talking about it. We don't never, push it on nobody. Somebody brings it up, we're more than happy talking about it. And he was one of the young men who, right before he started that way. And I was like, hey, bring it on, brother.
Absolutely.
Well, Coach, love you to death, brother. We're going to shut this one down. Good luck to you guys, and hopefully capture that region championship.
Appreciate it,
Good Lord's willing, we'll be back here next Thursday.
Hopefully. Well, I'll take it back. Probably next Wednesday because we play on Thursday.
Okay. We'll be here Wednesday then. That's true. Good point. So y'all play over here too.
Yeah, we play here. We play Central Phoenix next week here, and it's that OTM game of the week.
So it'll be Thursday. All right.
So not OTM.
Tommy Wood may call that one too.
He may. Yeah, that's right.
I talked to Mr. Wood about that Monday.
So there, it's the
tonight it's Ramsey and
yes. Ramsey and Pleasant Grove.
Pleasant Grove.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one.
That's going to be a good game. That's going to be a good game.
Good, really good defense and really good offense.
I'll tell you what, those two and Clay Central, you got to think that one of those 3 are going to be in the mix for the state championship. So.
Danny Horn says his best for last.
Oh, he's going to be fine. Coach Horn's been around a long time, and he knows what it takes to win.
He always waits to the playoffs before he really turns that dial up. Well, Coach, we'll see you next week, my friend.
Thank you, bud. Appreciate you. Go Big O.